Hi there, how are you? Welcome to Maths for Data Science. This is Vivek. In the last video, we have learned the class attributes, instance attributes, and instant method. In this video, we will understand the class methods and static methods and the differences. So let us start with the class method. So in the regular method or the instance method, we have seen when we declare it, we use a self parameter. When we call this particular method through our instance is passed into this particular method. Now to create a class method, we use class method decorator, and under that class method you define your method. In the method, the first argument is your class argument, so you have to pass your class, and the following you can mention the parameter. In this case, I'm considering that amount is the particular parameter I would like to pass. So in this amount I will be passing the increment percentage. So in the last video we have seen that I have used inc per class attribute to pass the increment percentage. Now here I'm using a parameter amount in the class method. So after passing this, so now if you write a function or a method under @class method decorator, it is considered as a class method. Now how can we access it? So to access that particular method, you can simply write employee. So here employee is our class, then you have to call your particular method. So here the class method is raise amount, so I'm calling here class is automatically passed here. So the next parameter, which is amount, we have to pass it. So to pass it, now I'm saying it, now I would like to make it to 1.08%, that is 108%. So now I passed it. So now if you see here, I got an error which says name employee is not defined. Why I'm getting that error? Because this previous cell I did not execute it. Let me execute the previous cell, and now let me execute this. So now this particular statement is executed successfully, and now I will execute this print statement, and I will see what is the value assigned to the amount class variable. This is the if I'm using cls.amount, which is a class here, so it will be considered as a class variable. Now after executing this thing, I will get the error. So here if you see the employee.amount, this particular amount is printed here. However, for this employee1.amount, I'm getting an error which says emp is not defined. I'm getting this error because emp1 is an instance on, and I did not create an instance of the class. So let me uncomment this thing and create an instance of it. So I have executed it. Now here you see I'm getting one more error with saying takes 4 positional argument, but you have passed 5. So let us go and check our init method. In init method, I am passing only 3 parameters excluding the instance, but here I am passing the 4 parameters. So let me delete the last parameter, and that will fix the error. So these errors I'm doing intentionally, so I can tell you what kind of errors you can do while creating a class, intentionally or unintentionally. So now this is executed, and when I execute this thing, you can see the employee.amount that I directly accessed through the class, and this next statement I accessed through an instance, and the emp2 is an instance, emp3 is an instance, so I accessed it. So in all the cases, you can see the 1.08 is the value. So in the last video, I have updated the class attribute using the instance. Same way, I can run the class method using the instance. Here I'm saying emp1 is an instance, and now I'm calling the amount class method. So here I have to pass amount. So amount, now in all the instances plus class, you can see 1.08, but I'm saying for instance emp1, I would like to update it to 1.05. It has executed successfully. Now let us execute this print statement and check. So now this particular statement has updated the amount in all the instances plus the class variable. So you have to keep in mind that whenever you're using the class method with an instance to update an attribute, the attribute is updated with the assigned value. It does affect all the instances which is accessing that particular attribute. So now you say that's fine, but this particular example I don't see very real-time situation. So I will give you an example which will be near to real-time situation. So suppose you're getting your input in 2 ways. One way you're getting simply passing these values, first name, last name, and pay, and there is a second way that you are getting that values which is hyphen separated. Okay, now I've told you how we can use the class method, but I would like to show you a real-time scenario where you can use these class methods to our advantage. So here is one example. Now in the same case where we have a class, suppose we are getting the inputs in 2 ways. First way is they're passing the first, last, and pay as individual variables in the class, and second method, you're getting that particular data in the hyphen separated. First you have to separate the data and assign it to individual variable, and then you have to pass it to the R class to create the instance of it. So this is the way you can do it, but in this way, this particular way is very cumbersome, that every time you have to parse the data and then you have to pass it. To overcome this situation, you can use the class methods. How can we use it? Let me write class method for you. So now I'm writing a class method where I'm saying I've created a class method from string, the string by hyphen, and I'm using a class to pass it to create the instance. So here, after this particular approach, you clearly have learned in the string video. After this split is done, you are using this class. So after doing the split using hyphen, I am passing these three variables into class. Here it is same as writing its employee, but this CLS represents the employee. That's why I'm replacing the employee with CLS, which is a class, and I'm returning it because if I return it, then it will be assigned to that instance. So let me show you how it works. So let me first execute this. Now I'm saying emp5 equal to employee dot from string is my class method, and here I'm passing that particular string, emp string1. Now if you would like to see the value of employee name, emp5 dot first, you get the John as output because the first name is John, second name is Doe. Let us print the pay and let us see whether it's updated or not. Yeah, it is updated. Now this way of using class methods is called using the class method as an alternate constructor. By default, init is a constructor, but in this way, you can use the class methods as alternate constructors. So now we are done learning the class methods. Let us learn the static method. So before learning the static method, let us understand the difference between static method, class method, and instance method or regular method. So in class method, you pass the class as a first argument. In instance method, you pass the instance as the first argument. But in static method, we neither pass the class, we neither pass the instance as the first parameter. So you can think a static method is same as the functions we create in Python. The only difference between the normal functions and the static method is that a static method is created within the class and it has some logical relationship with the class. So for example, suppose you would like to check. So let us take an example. Suppose you would like to check whether the given date is a weekday or not. For that thing, let us create a static method and see how we can use it. So I'm creating the static method in the same class employee. So to create a static method, you use a stat method decorator. So whatever you create under the static method decorator, that is considered as the static method. So I'm creating a function called or a method called workday, and here I will pass the day as the input parameter. So here you see I'm neither passing the class or the instance. Here I'm directly passing the parameter. So here I'm saying if day dot weekday is equal to 5 or day dot weekday equal to 6. So in Python, the weekday number 5 represents the Saturday and 6 represents the Sunday. So as 5 and 6 is Saturday and Sunday, which is week. So as 5 represents the Saturday and 6 represents the Sunday, it means the Saturday Sunday is not a week, not a work day. So I'm saying if that's the case, I'm returning false because it's not a weekday, else I'm returning true. So now here we have created the static method. So let me re-execute this class. I have executed this class. Now I'm creating the instance. Now we would like to check whether the given date is a weekday or not. For that thing, I'm using a date time module which exists in Python. This modules part we will learn in the future videos. So here I'm saying the date time dot date is 2024 February 10th. I'm executing it now for validation purpose. Let us see what is the weekday of February 10th, which comes 5. As it's a 5, it has to execute this particular part and you have to get a false as an out. So now I've created the instance. So to achieve that, I'm using the instance emp1 dot the method name is workday, and then I'm passing the parameter. See, I got false. Now I'm making it as a 12, which is Monday, and it is 1. You have to get true. So this is how you can use the static methods in class. So that is about the static method. So in this video we have learned the difference between static method and class method. In this video we specifically understood how we can use class method and static methods. So please check the description for coding exercises. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel to get the regular updates. So in the next video we will learn the inheritance and the magic methods available in the classes. Till then, I am Vivek signing off. Bye bye.